Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Proverbs with Paul in the afternoon on this glorious October afternoon. What a beautiful day. Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 17. One who is gracious to a poor person lends to the Lord, and he will repay him for his good deed. One who is gracious. The offering of grace, in this particular case, to the poor, and grace represents provision. So one who is gracious to the poor, who gives to the poor, is investing in someone that could never repay them. And so the blessing is a free will giving. It's the freedom you have chosen to bless someone that can't bless you back. Jesus once used a story about inviting certain types of people for a meal, recognizing that they can't actually provide a meal in return. And so you're given a meal freely, never with an expectation to get anything back from them. It's a gracious free will offering. And in this case, Solomon recognizes that those who are gracious to the poor. What does it mean to be gracious to the poor? Jesus said you'll always have the poor with you. When they poured perfume on him in preparation for his burial, because there was a sense that somehow this perfume was a waste to use it on Jesus in preparation for his burial. But Jesus says you can always bless the poor. You will always have the poor with you. So in this world, we're not ever going to alleviate the poor. The poor will always be here. While the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. And I think we're seeing that even in our own country. There are more poor people in our country now than ever before in our history. Even though historically there were many poor people, the fact is, having come through, as it were, a revelation of provision over the history of being a society that cared for the poor, now the provision has been taken away from the poor, and so consequently the poor are suffering. There is an investment we make when we bless those who can't bless us back. And the blessing of investment that we get in is God's blessing. For Solomon recognizes that God will repay you if you invest in the poor. And compassion and generosity and graciousness always leave you feeling a sense of well-being. And maybe the reward isn't so much a reward in monetary terms, but the reward of having the joy of blessing, the joy of giving. We talk about being a joyful giver. And there is a sense in which people like Mother Teresa learn to give in generous ways. Brothers and sisters, I've found this, that the people who are most generous in life are the happiest people of them all. Thank you for joining me. Be blessed. Have a great afternoon, and I'll see you tomorrow.